we in? Are we good? All right. Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's game. I don't know who are we playing against, Sire? Cleveland State.
There you go.
All right. So tonight's game is going to be UWRF versus Cleveland State. We're getting right into it. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, so we didn't quite get to talk about the draft. But for UWRF, we're looking at a Renekton top, Viego jungle, Aesol mid, Xayah, Braum bot lane, into an Ornn top, Sejuani jungle, Yone mid, Varus, Karma bot lane. So definitely pretty tanky on the side of Nebraska, Cleveland here. Cleveland looking for an early invade here on the bot lane red buff here, placing a ward down, but it looks like they're just gonna chill out. UWRF looking to respond in kind as well. Come and poke this Yone out here.
Yone taking quite a bit of damage there.
Yeah,
from the Aesol.
It is still like he could still easily just recall it. Ooh, double ward. Not what you like to see, but
bad coordination.
it is what it is. So going into this, what do you? How are we feeling on the scaling side of things?
I mean, Aesol is just the best scaler in the game.
Yeah,
right
Aesol is kind of just the best scaler, but at the same time, you do have a lot of CC on the side of Cleveland here to shut him down. And the one thing Aesol struggles into is CC and burst, right? He's the king of sustained damage, and if you don't have a way to like CC him, then he's just gonna press his W and just fly around and just burn you for 1,000,000 damage the entire time. So it looks like UWRF is going to be opting for a top lane roam, whereas it looks like Cleveland is going to be having Sejuani path towards the bot here, which makes sense, right? You have a stronger bot lane in the beginning. You might be looking for a potential dive setup.
UWRF does like playing top lane.
Yeah, and UWRF is also a historical thing. Xayah taking quite a bit of damage there at level 1. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Once you get a few levels up, that damage doesn't really stick that hard, but just something to note. And then from Renekton Ornn, I mean, Renekton is obviously going to smash most lanes early. Ornn is still pretty strong at trading back in the early game. Renekton really kind of just needs to get a few more of his cooldowns here, especially the E. Yeah. I think the E really helps with just kind of one-sided trades, kind of letting you just like dash in, dash out, get your Qs off, get your W stuns off, and like not really allow the other person to have a response.
And even for a tank, Ornn is like does a lot of damage for.
Yeah, and there's that one-sided trade that I was talking about. But then he makes the mistake of going back in while Ornn has his cooldowns up, and gets kind of traded back there. He just needs to be patient, just back off for a little bit, get your cooldowns back up, and then walk back up and trade the Ornn. You just don't really want to give him those windows to like get his W proc off, especially the auto. That's where you're going to take most of your damage. Arrow Hunter steals away the Gromp, yeah.
Stealing Gromp.
And he's going to be able to just walk out here. Don't have enough prio in the mid lane, but now pinging his bot lane up. Arrow Hunter making probably the wrong call direction-wise. But the bot lane a little bit of miscommunication there. They could have rotated a lot earlier.
Yeah, they did take a while to rotate there. I'm kind of surprised.
Karma flashing forward there, and forcing the flash from Fridgley as well. Wanted to save his cleanse, I guess, or just figuring that if he didn't, he would be in trouble from the Varus poke.
Astral Flying avoiding the walls.
Yeah, and here Astral Flying is getting a much better trade now, not letting that. Learned his lesson from getting bonked pretty hard there, but it looks like Fridgley going to be dropping a large amount in the bot lane here. Forced to recall early because of that earlier trade from the Karma and Varus. So yeah, he's going to be falling a little bit behind. 8 CS to 24. It's not what you like to see, but UWRF pretty stable in every other lane here.
We do see Sejuani
coming here. Are they going to be able to set up the stun? It looks like they are, and that's going to be Renekton going down. Sejuani just has very strong gank setup, especially with melee characters, right? Allowing her to proc her passive just that much quicker. So yeah, now Arrow Hunter going to be getting collapsed on it here in the jungle. He does spot the Yone out coming for him, and now he's going to see the Sejuani, but he's rotating straight down into the Yone. Now he's finally decided, smites away the Gromp here. Renekton and Aesol rotating in.
We do see Aesol coming in. Aesol is placing the E down in the middle of the fight, and Fedge forced the flash.
Flash stun, flash W from Renekton there just locks that the Yone down into Asol's E there, and he's just not able to escape. He did have his flash, but just elects not to burn it, figuring he's probably already dead regardless. So honestly, a mistake that I see even pro level players make is burning that flash when there is no hope, right? So good on him for keeping it in, but also good on UWRF for realizing that they could make that rotation there, since the Cleveland top laner was actually on his way back from lane there to join the fight.
We also see that Eerie got that kill, and that'll help Eerie scaling quite a bit.
Yeah, so yeah, going towards the most valuable member here, but Renekton needs to be careful not to die. Flash auto. Just has not respected the Ornn this laning phase at all. Just trading a little too aggressively, maybe just not. Renekton really just needs to be into certain matchups. He really needs to just do his short trade where you're not able to respond. That's kind of how he's able to abuse you. And Ornn does have it's a bit harder because if he times his W into your stun, he can unstoppable it and then get that auto off before you can dash away. So
we did see UWRF taking these first 3 grubs though.
Yeah, rotating up 4 members here to mid lane, completely leaving the bot lane unattended.
Looks like Cleveland University is opting to go for a dragon here.
I think Cleveland though is opting for a freeze currently, so maybe not the hardest punish, right? If this Varus had opted for a push instead, he could have been taking some plates, but maybe didn't realize that the entirety of UWRF was going to go towards grubs, but heads up play from them to realize that the Varus is freezing, and now Fridgley, he's not going to opt to go down. They're actually going to opt for a fight in the jungle here. Asol, falling star, goes down. Heal comes out from Karma, but it's not enough to get her away.
Will UWRF spot that dragon?
Top lane, the Q heal massive. He's going to, so close for Renekton there. Ornn coming out on top. Meanwhile, Yone ults in onto Fridgley, I believe.
That's another kill for Eerie.
Gets the reset onto the Viego.
And that's the Sejuani down.
This should be a... Oh, and there, Drake is already gone. My bad. Cleveland did manage to get the Drake, but they are going to pay in blood for that Drake.
Yeah, they lost, I think, 3 players off of that.
Yeah, at least I believe they lost Sejuani, Karma, and Yone. Karma just managed to fall a little bit earlier here. Now Arrow Hunter going to push his advantage even further, opting to try and steal away this blue buff. Sejuani on Wolves, they do have a control ward here. If Smite comes out, if Sedge has the Smite, gets it here, but is it going to be no mana to fly away? Flashes, gets rooted. Unfortunately, that was the W from the Asol. He's going to be falling here. Is Arrow Hunter going to be falling as well? It looks like it. Force the flash. Karma flashes over the wall. She's going to have the damage.
Unfortunate for UWRF. They're kind of greeting for that blue buff a bit.
Yeah. Interestingly, Ornn hasn't bought any armor yet, which is kind of curious. I've never really seen that into a Renekton before. Usually you see them opt for maybe a steel caps or at least like some kind of armor early. Again, Eerie caught in his W, doesn't react fast enough, gets stunned up by the Sejuani, and he's going to fall to the Yone. Or no, Sejuani, not quite enough damage on the Yone. Recall snaps back a little too early, so Sejuani's going to have to opt to take it. Sejuani getting rather fed. Actually, both tanks extremely ahead, which isn't necessarily what you want, but is that a dead?
That's another death for Astro Flying.
Astro Flying just not respecting this Ornn at all. You thought he maybe would have learned at a second death, but he seems to just be, I can still win, guys, I swear.
Arrow Hunter trying to...
Yeah, 2 levels down, though, on this Yone. He is trading him pretty hard up. The snapback is going to be a lot of damage, but collapse on and another kill to Eerie.
Eerie might be looking pretty good in this late game here.
Yeah, this is not what you want to be seeing if you're Cleveland here. Asol being fed means that your tanks are not as tanky as they might seem.
Yeah.
Right? Doing a crap load of percent health, percent max health magic damage is not what you want to hear when you are a health stacker, right? Ornn, Sejuani both stack a lot of health. They're going to be having to stack a lot of MR for one MR champion on the side of UWRF. Another, just 2 ults here. The Sejuani R combined with the Yone R is going to be more than enough. Flash,
and that's a flash from Yone.
Flash force for Yone. Eerie getting a lot of kills, but also dying quite frequently. He needs to be a little bit more aware of these ganks coming
There's a
up
Varus
from
on Ravenhood.
Yeah, Ravenhood just going to press that shield button. He's ganking a lot of damage, force the flash.
Ridgely
comes in, forces the cleanse out of it, but still gets stunned up by the Braum. Flashing forward, forces the flash from the Varus, and that is going to be all the juice in the tank.
Varus having no summon spells after that.
Yeah, big trade. They're still up the cleanse, but Varus is 2 levels on Frigely. That's probably part of the reason why Frigely wasn't able to really
it looks like
get that kill.
It looks like Cleveland's opting for a tower dive here.
You're gonna have to be careful though.
Astral avoiding the knockup.
Alt on the Renekton. Arrow Hunter gonna be here, going after the orange. One shot on the Yone, ults in, gets
Yone goes down.
The pick. Sejuani falls, and that's a disaster for Cleveland in the top lane.
Bad play for Cleveland there, not knocking up Astral flying before he ulted.
Yeah, I mean, they made the mistake of thinking that just because you have 3 members there, you can dive a full health Renekton that's been kind of dying a lot. No, if Renekton presses that ult, he still is an absolute tank, and if he gets off an empowered Q on a multitude of you, that's a lot of healing to contend with. So Astral Flying gonna force to recall here, let the wave bounce back to him. He still has his TP up if he needs to catch the wave, but that's a massive play for UWRF. 2 kills onto Viego, I think.
Yep, that was 2 kills on the Viego. That was Ornn and Yone.
And one going onto the way of Renekton here.
That is also 6 scrubs, which we don't see that much.
It's gonna catch him a lot back in terms of XP as well, getting those shutdowns, because he's going from down a level to exactly pretty even with the Ornn. So
good shield from Ravenhood there.
Yeah, and now with this Eclipse, he can really start to trade more aggressively with the Ornn. That shield, that max health % damage. Again, pretty strong into tanks, especially one who has not yet bought any armor. Opting for, looks like to me, to be a Heartsteel buy.
Is that Heartsteel? I see a Bommies
yeah,
there.
so he looks like he bought the Bommies, but he's also got the components for Heartsteel here. I don't think that regenerating, like Giant's Belt, whatever it's called, it's like Pauldron or something.
Oh, Arrow Hunter sitting in the pixel bush there, trying to catch someone off guard.
He's gonna go down here.
Unfortunate, he gets caught by the Varus.
Yeah, CC locked between the Varus and Karma ult there. Didn't have his team walking in with him and ends up face checking to the bot lane there, and dies for it, giving up the second dragon. Not great, but this gold lead currently is not abysmal here. Just a 1.4k lead for Cleveland, which at the end of the day isn't the end of the world. Yone, though, starting to kind of scale into this lane here. Acel can't just really trade with him willy-nilly anymore, especially since the Yone has had ult now for a while and has been able to build up that attack speed. Sejuani looking like she's coming in for another gank onto mid here.
It looks like she's... Oh, she's...
Yeah, she's looking to go over the wall and thrash R here.
Unfortunately, Acel...
Getting caught up in the Acel E.
Ooh, that's another kill for Acel.
Yeah, I mean, melee struggles so hard into Acel. Acel does have that rallies completed, and once you get that rallies completed, the slow combined with the pull from the E just makes it so hard to escape if you don't have a dash available.
Oh, Frigely walking into that
getting
Karma.
He's going to go down here. Not pressing R soon enough. If he would have pressed it a little bit sooner, he would have been able to avoid the root. But greeds his R and pays for it with his life. Arrow Hunter flashing there to get away from the Yone. Barely survives. Yone going to be getting chunked low here as well, but will make it out alive. Renekton going in, just probably going to just do a little bit of chunk here and walk out.
Ornn trying to...
Yep, Heartsteel completed on the side of Ornn here, so going to be having some even stronger short little burst trades, and going to be stacking up that health infinitely here. Something to know that's kind of interesting a little bit about Ornn is because of how Ornn's passive works, where he gets just bonus stats from items, he actually gets more health from the Heartsteel than the 27 bonus. Like, he gets about, when he's got a stack, like all of his teammates' items upgrade, he'll actually get 30% more, which actually does help him stack Heartsteel even faster.
Astral Flying getting chain CC'd
has the Q here, going in, but he's going to be trying to waste their time. E's out. Is he going to be able to escape? Doesn't manage to sidestep that and gets stunned up by the Sejuani E. Nice try there from Astral. Almost made it out. If he would have had his flash, he would have certainly lived, but he just didn't see the Sejuani walking up there and pays for it with his life, just a little too overextended. And that's going to be the top lane turret falling here, I believe.
Yep,
to Ornn.
there it goes.
Not the first tower of the game, so he will not be getting that extra bonus 100 gold here, but...
Sejuani does start the Rift Herald, though, but she is alone. Could UWRF look to stop her?
Yeah. Yeah. Huge CS lead and gold lead just in general in the bot lane here for Cleveland. Going to be making it a very hard game for UWRF here.
Is that an opportunity I see on the Varus? The item, I mean?
That is an opportunity.
Huh. Interesting build.
He's going for a poke Varus, it seems, which is curious. I thought you maybe would have gone for on hit, but maybe they're just saying UWRF's comp isn't tanky enough for us to like to validate going in, and like what's more important is me staying safe and staying alive and being able to output damage, right? Maybe they value that more, and that's why they opted for that. They're saying we've got our sustained damage with the Yone, and that maybe is what they're thinking, and you know. We've got AP covered from Sejuani. Ult coming in, landing on the Aesol. Aesol getting stunned up again.
Getting caught up by the Sejuani ult there.
And this is what I was talking about early on in the draft, right? Tanks into Aesol aren't great, but CC certainly is. So even though you pointed out that Aesol maybe is like on paper the best scaler, if he's not able to do his damage and live long enough in the team fight to do his damage, doesn't matter how good your scaling is, right?
After flying, avoiding the knockup from Ornn there.
Yeah, 2 levels down, though, again. Somehow that's occurred. Gets his level up here. Does he have the CDs? Pressing ult here, forcing the Ornn flash, and R flashes forward, but he's going to get double knocked up CC. The Ornn going for the triple brittle combo.
That doesn't save him, though.
Falls though. Yasuo. Yone missing his ult, forced to flash, and is able to trade back for Arrow Hunter, but Arrow Hunter also picking up a kill on his way out. But I think that's going to be Dragon up here shortly, so he might not be here in time to contest it, forcing the cleanse out. But now his Karma caught out. Sejuani is here to back him up. TP coming in from Renekton, I think, or is it Aesol?
That seems to be Renekton.
Going in here.
Oh, Braum getting caught by the Varus ult.
And it's also spreading to the Renekton, but going in here, TP coming out from Ornn. Renekton getting absolutely one-shot by...
TP coming in from Yone.
Does the Skies Descend come down here? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, that Renekton just... Varus just... 2 items already just do insane amounts of damage. Just instantly kills him.
Flashing the arrow.
Yeah, this seems to be the Varus show this game. Even though Ornn and Sejuani are extremely tanky, Varus is the one just picking up all of these kills. Frigidly Eerie underestimating how much damage the Varus had there, and he pays for it with his life. Unfortunately, objective bounties coming up for UWRF now means that they are starting to fall a bit farther behind. The 1K gold lead for Cleveland has now grown into a roughly 6K gold lead, which is not what you want to see if you were UWRF.
Yeah, UWRF is in a tough position here. They're just getting killed left and right in very unfortunate scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do, right? Like, you've started to lose kind of map control. All of your tier 1s are down for 0 of theirs, right? It's getting hard. You're kind of feeling this like pressure. They're also stacking Drakes really hard. And you've just been kind of like, the jungler has unfortunately been picked off twice right before a dragon fight has occurred. So UWRF hasn't even had like the opportunity to really even try to 50-50 any of these Drakes.
We do see Yone getting chunked by Renekton though.
Yeah, unfortunately, UWRF just had a few too many things go wrong this game, and it's really caused Cleveland to be able to kind of snowball it to the position that they are in currently. I mean, no game is necessarily over till it's over, right? The scaling is still very good on the side of UWRF. It's going to be the Aesol show here, but are they going to be able to dive him here? The Varus also landing a little bit of poke, and it's looked like they're going to have to drop this tower as well. More gold going over in the side. UWRF, he walking up here, but is that a little too dangerous? Forced to flash here in fear of dying to probably a Varus Q there.
Yeah.
Look how much damage this Varus is doing. Just absolutely one-shots Fridgley there.
Eerie holding on to that Sky's Ascend still. I think that's a bit detrimental for him.
Yeah, exactly. He's not been able to use it in a fight to try and get a shutdown on the Varus or anyone here.
And here it comes.
But he got chunked by the Varus Q at the start, so he's
Varus
not able to follow up. No one else on his teammate here except for the Braum, who's not able to do anything. Gets killed by the Ornn here. Now Arrow Hunter getting knocked up by the Ornn ultimate. Gets also one shot, and it looks like they could potentially even go for an end here. I'm assuming they'll probably just opt for an inhib tower here, given how low they are. But they are just insanely strong comparatively to UWRF. Flashing forward, misses the stun. Braum alive again. He is so low level that he does have quick respawns here.
Rift Herald is used to take
Rift
out that
Herald
inhibitor.
Popping in. Braum knocked up, half health. Aesol stunned up under tower, goes down to the Karma. Braum falls to the Sejuani, and this looks like it's an end angle here. They are really low.
Wait, Renekton's alive though.
Renekton going in, ulting, trying to make a hero play, but does he have the damage? Viego trying to get a reset desperately, is able to get one.
Ornn, gets the reset off.
Renekton gets the 1,000 gold shutdown. Is he going to be able to get another one?
That goes
goes to Arrow Hunter as well. That's the Ornn killing Sejuani looks a little bit goofy in the kill feed, but welcome to Viego, folks. So yeah, Arrow Hunter picking up 2 kills here, as well as the Renekton picking up 1,000 gold from the Varus. But is that who you want it on?
UWRF is down 8,000 gold overall, though. That's not looking too good for them.
It really doesn't make a huge dent in that. You know, you went from a 10K to an 8K, but at 21 minutes, and 10K versus an 8K gold lead is not much better. Sorry about that.
Apologies for the spoilers, everybody.
Yeah, a little bit of a spoilers, but not unforeseen, I would say.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a sinking ship.
Ravenhood trying to get some vision on the Baron, gets caught here by a couple members here, and now UWRF Eerie trying to get away. He finally manages to W away, but the Ornn ultimate coming through, gonna knock him up.
Renekton dying solo to the Yone.
Yeah, falling solo. Meanwhile, Braum getting picked off by this incredibly strong Hoke Varus. UWRF going to have to probably drop the Baron here, as they are down 2 members and don't really have the power to actually take a 5v5, even if they all were up. So UWRF kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place at this stage of the game.
Yeah, it's just like this game is really snowballed in the favor of
And it looks like Cleveland is just going to run it down mid lane with the Baron buff and try to probably end the game that way. Take a fight, maybe get a dive off. They're just so much stronger than UWRF at this point. UWRF can't really take a straight up fight with them. And if they just ARAM like this, UWRF isn't going to be any match for them, even with their turrets.
Yeah, it looks like UWRF is sending all 5. It's going to be a 5
UWRF ARAMing it down, matching the ARAM here from Cleveland, but look at the tower damage coming out from Cleveland. There's just no way UWRF can stop them. The inhib is going to be falling here, and it looks like Cleveland's just going to wait maybe for the next wave here before they elect to finish. They could also move to go get Soul if they want, but it looks like they're just sending Yone to go secure it, making sure that even if they lose the fight here, they will still have their Soul. 2 waves coming in here, both Baron empowered. Forced to cleanse flash there from Fridgley, which isn't great. Renekton going in, but he's getting chunked super hard.
Here comes
huge ult coming out from the Aesol. 2 go down. Yone electing to TP back in, but Sejuani stuck in the middle of the E there. Yone ult comes up huge, gets 2. Yone still incredibly strong in this fight. Same with Ornn, and it doesn't look like they have the damage. Quadra kill coming out for the Yone, and it's gonna make it a penta.
That's a penta kill for Yone.
Riot.
But, unfortunate for Arrow Hunter, they're getting bouncy castled.
Yeah, unlucky there. It looked like the fight was going so well for UWRF, but Yone and Ornn just so healthy, so strong at the end of the fight. UWRF just didn't have the damage once the Aesol went down to finish off the remaining 2 members there, and Cleveland take the first game. Yeah, I mean, UWRF was looking pretty solid for the beginning parts of that game. I would say the main problem they had was bot lane just got super smashed, and
Yeah,
then once mid rolled around,
like mid lane early game was for UWRF was doing pretty good.
yeah,
Top lane on the other hand was a bit more rough,
top
especially
lane,
with
yeah,
Astro Flying taking constant trades with that Ornn.
yeah. Astro Flying could have cleaned up his trades a bit more with the Ornn for sure,
Hmm.
and that would have definitely made it so that their strong side would have been a bit stronger, right? It really hurts when you send your resources top on that first clear, and then you still lose the trade anyway, and you get killed. That really really sucks.
Yeah.
So clean that up. Make sure your bot lane maybe just plays something a little bit safer or just a little stronger in lane so that they can weak side a bit more effectively. Just not allow that bot lane to run away with the game
And
so early on. And I think UWF could actually take a game here.
yeah, and maybe a bit less holding of Sky's Descent from Eerie there. He
Yeah,
did hold it for quite a bit
I
there.
think it was just that he got into this loop of, wow, we're not gonna win this fight. I don't want to waste it. And then they lost that fight, and then he came to the next fight, and he was like, man, this fight looks even worse.
Hmm.
I don't want to use it. And then it was just like every fight after that just looked worse and worse and worse until he ended up just using it in a 1v4. And yeah.
Yeah.
But
All right.
getting into game 2, we'll be coming back shortly here. Hold tight, folks.
Hmm.
Welcome back to game 2, and draft is underway. In the top lane, we have a Camille Jax. Jax was picked as a counter pick to Camille, has a very good matchup into her being able to dodge the true damage Q. Just makes it pretty hard for Camille to actually play the matchup really effectively. Then we have the Xin Zhao Viego jungle matchup. Xin Zhao is going to be kind of the bully early, but Viego will eventually outscale. We have a Syndra Ryze in the mid lane. I think that's relatively close. I'm not an expert on here. I do know that the Ryze buffs came through a patch ago, I think. Where they increased the W slow without the flux on you from 30% to 50%, which lets him just kind of press W on you and then land his combo anyway. So it gives him a bunch of extra just like trading power, which is really, really good and kind of helps Ryze out a lot. Twitch is very strong at the meta right now, and we have a Twitch Taric versus a Varus Braum.
I think we did steal that Varus away from Cleveland's last game.
And the Taric to me signals that they're either worried about like the engage from UWRF's melee characters, that's kind of why you pick Taric, or they're just trying to abuse Taric ult at those like key fights to keep Twitch alive and just let Twitch just hard carry. Those are kind of the two reasons you ever pick a Taric, is like you want to have one hard carry, which in this case could be Ryze, could be Twitch, could be Jax, right? You have a lot of high damage, characters that can really make use of being invincible for a little bit, and also it makes it kind of strong against the Syndra R. I mean, Syndra can still kind of execute you before that pops, so it's not like the worst thing in the world, right? Like, if you see the Taric ult coming in and they press it in kind of in the fight's already started, like Syndra, once she's got her 100 stacks and she's got our 100 fragments, I don't know what they're called, shards, something or other, it doesn't matter. Basically, when she has 100 stacks of her passive, her R executes, what is it at, like 20, 30?
I think it's 20%.
20%? Yeah, I'm not super up on that at the moment, but basically just executes you, and like that can definitely burst somebody before the Taric ult is there. She's also solo AP again, so not really incentivized to be building any MR, so Syndra Burst is going to be very strong. And if you do feel like you need to build MR, you're only blocking one person's damage, and if she just hits somebody else in the fight,
it might be better just build like an Anathemas or something.
I don't think there's really any Anathemas builders. Maybe Jax could.
Yeah.
Maybe Ryze. Maybe Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao and Jax to me are the most. Like, usually Jax will build one tanky item, like a Frozen Heart or something along those lines to kind of help, like if there's a specific damage type that he's struggling into on the other side. But I don't think we're going to be seeing that come out this game. Jackson also opt into that kind of build if he gets ahead early. If he's getting fed and he's kind of ahead of the curve, building a tank item on the guy can be very, very strong.
Yeah, but pretty good like skirmishing champs on both sides. We do have the Camille Viego on side of UWRF.
For sure.
And Jax, Xin Zhao, and Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams want to fight.
Yeah.
That is certainly true. They are going to need to be very careful, though, on the Twitch roams, right? Twitch can just stealth over regular wards very easily, and he can kind of just show up randomly, especially, like, thinking level 1. If they do go for more of a cheesy strat, they could kind of show up and just catch you unawares and get like a big trade-off. So spawning into the Rift, we're gonna have to see how the teams decide to play this early game again. They're pinging for an invade here again. It looks like they're gonna go for a similar play, but this time it's instead of 3 members, it looks like it's gonna be all 5 coming in. But UWRF pinging the same location here. Maybe they can get stacked in a bush prior to them invading, and it looks like they are. UWRF going to be unseen here. Taric coming in, though, with the sweeper. Going to catch this. Stun coming out.
Stuns all 5 of the UWRF players.
But UWRF bursting down the Taric. Flash forward. Viego gets the reset. Coming back with the Taric stun. Lands it on 2. Going low. Gets another reset, but gets picked before he's able to catch it up. Jax going down, though.
That's Xin Zhao dead.
Now Twitch forced Ghost out of him here. He's going to have to leave. And that goes the way of UWRF. 2 kills onto the Viego.
Already
He'll be respawned in time. Already has Boots Longsword for his first clear here. That's going to be absolutely massive in terms of his ability to clear this, get a faster first clear. You know, he might even have time to look for a gank off the bat.
Good on the part of UWRF there, catching out that invade and dealing with it
here's something
properly.
You don't see every day. Jax has opted for a corrupting pot first start. I have not seen this. Typically, since the Doran's Blade changes, you never see corrupting pot really purchased.
Another interesting thing about this Jax, he's opted for Ghost and Ignite.
I've seen this. I've seen like certain Jax like tricks do this, opt in for these things, especially maybe he was suspecting that the Camille would go TP Ignite and forgo the flash, and maybe he was thinking, oh, I need this extra kill pressure in my lane to actually survive it. Because like if I'm early and she has Ignite, she could take an early engage and like kill me. That seems to be the case.
For looking at the minimap over here, Xin Zhao is in Arrow Hunter's blue buff.
Yeah, Varus Braum, definitely a stronger lane here. Arrow Hunter coming in behind the Rise. Heavy trade coming out here on the top lane. Rise looking like he's going to be able to walk it off without really getting CC'd here. But Jax has the push in the top lane. He also opted in for a grasp. So Jax is really going for a lane dominant setup here. This time, he really wants to come out swinging, get his CS lead, and then kind of snowball the game from there. But when you do go these types of runes, you do really need to make sure you get ahead early. You know, like you don't have quite the storm. Oh, and a gank coming in. Is UWRF going to be in time? Stuns goes on the Twitch. He's getting shonked pretty hard.
Twitch doesn't
sidesteps the thing.
Twitch opting not to use flash there for some reason.
Yeah, he doesn't avoid the stun. I think if Twitch just flashes the Viego W, he walks out easily there, but reads his flash. Not sure if he decided that it was more important to save flash, but Arrow Hunter off to a rapid start here.
Eerie getting ganked by Xin Zhao here, but he does avoid it with his QE combo.
Yeah, neither jungler able to catch the mid laner this game so far. Both have tried, both have failed. But Jax coming away with a bit of an advantage here. He does still have the Ignite, so Astroflying really getting into danger here. Misses
misses the wall.
Forces to flash. He's going to probably live this, but he needs to be afraid of the Jax Q, and he doesn't respect it.
But he dies in the...
He trades it out, but is he going to lose any minions? Hard to say, but a skirmish going down. Gromp stolen away from the Xin Zhao. Arrow Hunter so strong already. He's up a Boots longsword to this Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao cannot 1v1 him like he normally would be able to. And with UWRF's bot lane and mid lane showing up for that invade, they also find themselves outmatched. Arrow Hunter kind of taking a greedy thing here. Is bot lane not exactly able to help him out? Going in for a stun.
Xin Zhao
Braum in early, landing his passive on there, getting stunned up, and he goes down.
Xin Zhao goes down again.
Arrow Hunter, just aggression after aggression. And he's getting picks. Already 4 KP on the board for Arrow Hunter at 4 minutes. Absolutely crazy this game.
Astroflying getting the stun off before he gets stunned as well.
Going to be able to get a huge trade there. The Jax tried to play aggressively with the E instead of reactively. Ends up paying for it with a huge trade there from the Camille.
Arrow Hunter proxying the wave back in the bot lane.
Yeah, it looks like maybe they're trying to do another dive here. But is Arrow Hunter overplaying here? He is. His team isn't able to make it up for him.
Arrow Hunter getting caught out by the Tard
Arrow Hunter has a bad habit of this, though. He likes to traditionally... Oh, but Ghost Force from Jax here. He's going to be able to walk it off. Barely makes it out. But the wave, he's going to have to drop it. No TP on the side of Jax. So he's going to go lose his CS advantage that he had coming in early on in this wave state.
We see Xin Zhao going back to Arrow Hunter's blue side again.
Yeah, going to actually pick up the crab is what it looks like. Camille just going to try and shove this in as fast as she can. Arrow Hunter looking like he's going to opt for an early dragon take here. Been so strong, and Xin Zhao is just going to say, all right, I'm giving the drag in favor of taking your Gromp that you took from me earlier. Xin Zhao, though, still up CS on Arrow Hunter. Arrow Hunter wasn't really clearing jungle camps while he was trying to proxy that wave.
Yeah, but I don't know how much of gold differential that'll make with Arrow Hunter having 3 kills here.
No, I mean, the gold differential is still in favor of Arrow Hunter, but flash onto the Rise. Is Rise going to be able to live? He does have flash available, but he opts not to use it. Arrow Hunter picking up another kill. Camille coming in on the Xin Zhao, caught out with no help. Jax is nowhere near to be found, and UWRF is going to rotate in. Camille is looking like she's just going to get this solo kill. Xin Zhao falling.
And that's a free grubs for UWRF.
Xin Zhao feeling pressured, feeling like he needed to greed for those wolves as Arrow Hunter was making, felt like he needed to make a cross map, but doesn't pay attention to the mid position, and it looks like Astral Flying had the heads up. They knew that the Xin Zhao was in those jungle there. Now Jax needs to be careful here.
Looks like Xin Zhao is opting to invade Arrow Hunter's red side jungle now.
Yeah, it's almost a 1.5k gold lead coming in here for UWRF at 7 minutes. Absolutely massive. Most of that is going to be found on Arrow Hunter, but the mid and top lane also looking very strong. Xin Zhao invading again in the bot lane here, in the bot side, taking away Raptors, maybe looking in, but Rise coming this time, maybe if they can catch it out, but looks like flashing forward, Xin Zhao is going to try to make this play here. Fridley going to be forced to flash. Ult used from Jax here. Ignite coming out as well. Jax is probably going to be able to finish this kill with the Ignite, and he does. Arrow Hunter bot side here. Landing a CC up, but does he have the kill pressure? He is only level 4. He's a level down, actually. He has not been farming. Gets level up off the ward.
Eerie opts to also rotate down.
Are they going to go for a play here? Doesn't see the Xin Zhao, but I don't think they knew Eerie had the rotation here. Eerie, so much damage, forced the flash, but is Arrow Hunter going to be able to live? Gets the reset, and now it looks like Rise is going to try to get stunned.
Canceling his ultimate.
And UWRF just running around the map, getting kills left and right. This game is an absolute fist fight. Xin Zhao might get caught up. He doesn't know there's a control ward in the bush. Gets stunned up. Grom hits the thing, and he gets crushed by the Grom.
Eerie stunning the Xin Zhao into flashing, Wing him.
Yeah, he didn't know until he walked into that bush that it was control warded the entire time. They knew he was greeting that Gromp at 1 HP, and they come in and punish him.
Tarek takes up the control ward.
Yeah, UWRF just proving to just be playing almost too aggressive, too fast. For Ghost coming out, but he's getting absolutely destroyed by the Twitch ult. Is this going to be a double kill coming in for Twitch? They're going to have the Tarek stunned shortly here, but he gets his way to the tower. They're going to have to opt for one. Another fight coming in the top wave. Eerie Astral Flying missing his E. Ghost popped, ult coming through. Astral Flying looks like he's going to just have to force a flash, but it's not enough. The Jax Q follows through. Meanwhile, in the river, Arrow Hunter ults forward but doesn't land it on the Rise. He's too fast with that phase rush.
Xin Zhao being a bit greedy here, trying to fight the Syndra, but Arrow Hunter's still there.
Getting very close. Rise almost finishing off this. Coming forward on that Arrow Hunter. Gonna have to dodge the Xin Zhao Q that's gonna be coming forward here. And it looks like it's gonna be all over. The main thing that UWRF is falling behind a little bit on seems to be levels in certain scenarios. Like, Arrow Hunter needs to maybe chill out a little bit, farm a little bit, then come back and just take objectives with his gold lead. They're ahead. They don't need to focus it. But
here's an ult from Astral Flying on the Rise, though. 1v1ing him.
Yeah, but here comes the Tarek. Is he going to be able to get the kill before? No, he's not. Is Rise going to be able to DPS him down? Force the flash, but he should have his W soon. He doesn't use it soon enough, and he goes down. Varus doesn't go for the Rise. Misses, but Syndra is going to have the QE. He gets tagged, slowed a little bit, and it's enough.
The QE combo kills the Rise.
Syndra getting pretty strong here, but UWRF's early gold lead has completely vanished. They're only up 200 gold at this point in time, and Twitch is just pounding away at the bot lane tower, getting super rich, getting a ton of levels. UWRF is going to have the same problem they had in Game 1, where the bot laner from the side is absolutely strong. Astral Flying really needs to trim this wave a little bit if he wants to freeze. He could really go for...
It looks like UWRF is opting for grubs again, and if they don't get contested, they will get 6 grubs again like last game.
Jack's just going to opt to shove in. He has the knowledge that their UWRF is on grubs, so he just thinks, whatever, I'll drop some waves here. I'll drop some CS. I'll go back, get my item, come back, and just, you know, come back stronger after this thing. But, yeah, UWRF was super far ahead, but just their advantage has kind of vanished here in the last couple minutes. Just getting traded back unfavorably. Getting out CS'd in a lot of the lanes.
Eerie looks like
Eerie doesn't know the Twitch is there. Ult coming out from the Twitch. Just absolutely broken amount of AD from the Twitch, and he just picks up another kill.
Twitch does use flash to get that kill, though.
Yeah. He will have his ghost up for this next fight unless UWRF opts to take a dragon fight right this second. If they do, it would be smart. Twitch without his R, without flash. But Jack's coming through. Will Ignite finish him off here? I don't know, but he needs to back and TP here. He's too low to live under tower. Jax could just jump on him and kill him. Braum ult coming up, knocking up the Ryze. Ryze getting ignited here. Arrow Hunter investing the ult to get the pickup, but sacrificing the Chemtech Drake in the meanwhile. Astral Flying just needs to press this back button. He's delaying it way too much.
Yep.
Jax getting pinged coming mid here. But I think he's just putting a deep ward in the jungle and then opting to return to top lane, catch that wave that's bouncing into him.
We are seeing those 6 grubs come into use here. The UWRF are just shutting this turret.
UWRF catching up a little bit in terms of plates.
We do see a TP from Ryze into the bot lane, though. That means Ryze won't have TP for the next fight.
Yeah, but does he have his ultimate TP? He does.
He does.
So not necessarily without it here. Just a different kind. Looking like Arrow Hunter wants to set up a gank here on the mid lane. Hoping they overextend, but this Taric getting caught up here a little bit. Forcing the flash.
And the ult!
But he didn't even need the Viego. Fridgely doing a shitload of damage, but oh my gosh. The Twitch ult is just completely broken. The amount of range and damage he gets.
Yeah, Twitch having that Bork is just a lot of damage for UWRF to deal with.
Yeah, just too much. Astral Flying not respecting the Jax ult here. Gonna go down, presses his ult, and trades out. Gets the shutdown, though. That is not worth for the Jax there.
Yeah.
Giving a shutdown to the Camille can be really rough. It looks like this Ryze is going to be able to get this pick here, though. Viego opting to sell out his mid laner, but it looks like Ryze doesn't think he can get the kill here.
Eerie is being a bit greedy here, trying to be as aggressive as possible against the
Arrow Hunter needs to be careful. The support's here. He doesn't know where the Twitch is. Twitch is rotating here, forced to ult out. They know the Twitch is there. He just cleared a ward. They need to back here. No use in dying. Scuttle Crab is up, and Xin Zhao is invading Arrow Hunter once again.
Will he get caught out like the last time he did this on the blue side, though?
Hard to say. He does have his bot lane, extremely fed bot lane in the mid wave right now. Ult comes out, lands onto thing, but not getting. Do they have the damage?
Oh,
Xin Zhao here forced to flash backwards.
That's a 3-man.
Arrow Hunter getting absolutely one shot by the 3 members here. Twitch coming out.
That's a 3-man.
Going to be picking up probably a kill onto Arrow Hunter with the burn here, I think. And yeah, he picks it up with the true damage burn. Jax E coming through, proving to be too much. And this is why it's a good matchup, folks. It's so hard for the Camille to play. Her main damage ability is kind of rendered useless, but this Ryze looking mighty useless as well in the face of this Syndra.
Tries ulting out, and it's just fruitless.
But this gold lead has flipped. It's now a 3K gold lead in the favor of the other side. This Twitch, once again, just an absolute huge problem for UWRF. Yeah. They need to find a way, figure out a way to deal with this bot laner. He's just everywhere, and he's just getting a kill every time he shows up. UWRF hasn't figured out how to deal with it, and Arrow Hunter may be playing a bit too aggressive in certain scenarios, forcing plays where there isn't anything to be found. Yeah. Their gold lead isn't what it was at 6 minutes. They need to rethink their fights now. They can't just take any fight they want to.
Xin Zhao taking a greedy fight here, though, 1v4ing.
Xin Zhao getting caught out there. wanting to stop the ward take and just dying for it. Jax trying to back him out, but he's forced to retreat, getting chunked here to half. Taric ult coming out, mid lane tower falling. Eerie forced to flash away. Taric ult going to expire here. Jax looking for a dive in, stuns the Braum, but both sides gonna look at. Looks like
Camille's coming in.
TP coming in from Camille, but she didn't finish off the Jax. She's trying to finish the Twitch. Twitch stuck in there. Is he gonna be able to get out? Smite comes through. Braum Q gets blocked by the minion, and Twitch is gonna make it out, and he's gonna kill the Syndra.
But will he die in the process?
No,
though?
because he gets his Q back on reset here, and Twitch is just going to run away with this fight. Twitch coming on with a double kill, and now it's just Braum, and he can't do anything.
Arrow Hunter choosing not to participate in any of that and just opting to steal, I think it was Xin Zhao's Raptors.
Yeah. UWRF pinging the Twitch bounty. They need to figure a way out to deal with this guy. He is so elusive for them, and they just don't seem to be exactly sure how to play around this stealth. Camille went in, but I think it was a mistake not to just kill the Jax instantly there and then go on the Twitch. She took so much damage and got CC'd by the Jax before she was able to finally have him fall.
Wait, Twitch
running in on the Viego, but is it enough? He's just got so much damage. Flashes out, but Viego goes down. Twitch over the walls, debating on joining this fight. Varus, Camille picking the Xin Zhao here, but Twitch waiting in the bush, waiting for the backline, opening fire, but he gets picked by the Camille. And that's not what you want to see. Rise flashing forward, but Varus is already way too far away. Can he finish off the Syndra? No, Syndra will get the kill, but UWRF doesn't think they can get the Dragon here. Gonna opt instead to back and match the Jax here on the top lane.
Quite greedy of Cleveland University. They're trying to get kills there, even though Twitch was so low.
Gonna be curious to see if Jax actually opts to build the full Zhonya's Hourglass. Is a staple that we saw when Jax was meta in Pro. A lot of pro teams were building the Zhonya's Hourglass on the Jax because it does affect his 3-hit passive as well as his E damage, as well as giving him a bit more MR in his ult. But more importantly, lets him go in, press Counter-Strike, press Zhonya's, and then come back out with Counter-Strike almost ready again. I haven't seen Zhonya's get built on a Jax recently too much. Usually we see something like a
Twitch getting caught up by the Viego.
Caught out, and he's going to get absolutely bursted.
That's another shutdown.
Gold. And now UWRF finishes off Xin Zhao as well. This should be a free Drake for them. Jax just going to opt to just continue to push topside. Camille probably going to make her way over, but this is a free Drake here. And now UWRF is going to be up in Drakes.
Unfortunate for Cleveland there, as Twitch getting spotted by the Viego and just getting instantly bursted down by the whole team.
This game is much closer than last game. Remember, at 20 minutes, it was a 6K gold lead, and now we're looking at just a 1K coming in for the side of Cleveland. But Cleveland, if their Twitch gets caught, they don't have much of a team.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch is a majority of their gold, and Jax is busy split pushing on the side lanes.
Yeah, there are two Fed members. Jax not even that much more, not really even Fed comparatively to Camille, I would argue to say. So really, Twitch, the main damage house on the side of Cleveland. If UWRF is able to find these picks with the Camille, which is good, with the Viego, with the Braum, with the Syndra, they have so much CC. With the Varus ult, they can easily turn these fights.
Braum soaking up a lot of that damage with his shield.
Yeah, Twitch ult goes entirely into the Braum shield, and Braum just walks it off. Gonna force the recall here, but at the end of the day, that's no Twitch ult for Baron fight if they try to force it. UWRF, though, conceding a lot of their jungle. This Xin Zhao is getting a huge lead in terms of CS from it. Arrow Hunter not really been able to contest his own jungle or really moving with his team. Jax trying to catch this thing. I believe she still has E, but she doesn't realize how many people are forced to flash away.
And there's the Seeker's Arm Guard.
Yep, Seeker's Arm Guard born. But in the meanwhile, getting absolutely one-shot by the two laners. Rise just not able to fight both. And this Rift Herald not able to be escorted in either. Since they didn't have Twitch ult and Jax was already one-shot. Jax doesn't really have the ability to seemingly fight this Camille as effectively as he would like to. if he doesn't time properly his E to her Q.
Jack sitting in a bush waiting for somebody to come by. Oh, no, it was Zinzao.
Zinzao getting stunned up. Is he going to get CC'd through? But he's got force to press alt. Flash is in. Taric alt coming out as well. Jack's going in. But
only getting the Braum.
But just to walk away over no objectives. Taric ult absolutely huge. That's a long cooldown, especially at levels, like with just level 1 R. You just don't get it back. I think it's like a 2-minute cooldown. That's going to be a long time coming. Twitch opening up, though. You just can't have your ADC on the mid-wave alone. You never know when a Twitch is going to show up. And now this fight looks absolutely devastating for UWRF.
We do
the
see
Twitch
Camille
needs
coming
to get
in.
stunned up, but Taric peeling for him. Triple kill coming out for Twitch, and Twitch is probably going to make this a quadra.
No,
that's going to be Baron, though. UWRF not respecting the Twitch on the mid lane, lapse in judgment for a second there, and they pay for it with their lives and the Baron.
Yeah, UWRF getting...
This game was looking so good for UWRF until 30 seconds ago when they just let their Varus alone to farm the wave with no tower, and he gets absolutely opened up on in one shot by a 4-item Twitch to just his 2.5.
UWRF just needs to make sure they know where Twitch is, and if not, to just play safe.
Yeah, they don't have enough control wards out on the map to predict this Twitch's movement if they don't have control wards defending this thing. And now Twitch is coming in to an absolutely one-shot Arrow Hunter. Arrow Hunter not realizing there was a ward on his Raptors and getting absolutely destroyed for it. Camille going in, but no one on her team is probably ready to follow up. Zinzao goes down, but that's not the target you need. Twitch flashing forward, getting 2. And Braum barely escaping with his lives. Syndra forces the flash from Taric, but that's still going to be tower. How do you deal with this Twitch? This Twitch has so many items, is so fed, and is at level 14 now from all these kills. He's just 15-3, has another 1,000 gold shutdown on his back. And meanwhile, Jax is just splitting bot this entire time. Braum ult goes wide. They don't have it to peel anymore. Can they even go in? They don't know where the Twitch is, and they drop the inhib tower. Meanwhile, Twitch going in with the Taric ult. Eerie using Zonia's, but he's just going to fall to the rise shortly after. Jax going in.
Camille trying to
out on
Twitch.
the Twitch, but Twitch just too much damage. Not able to be finished off. He has too many levels, and now Twitch going to come in and finish off the remaining 2.
And
that is going to be the game. Twitch absolutely carrying Cleveland on his back this game once again. Falls to turret, though. Or did he back? No, he's alive. He just went mid. I was confused for a second. My bad. But
Viego's up now.
They're just going to walk it in. Viego can't really stop this. He can ult in, sure, but it's just the Nexus is falling too fast. And UWRF unfortunately loses second game. It was looking so good for them. They were so stable, so good. And then the Twitch once again comes into the mid game and just starts getting pick after pick after pick. And unfortunately, a 4-for-0 resulted in a Baron, which ended in a push that ended the game.
Yeah, I think UWRF just needs to manage where that Twitch was at all times because, I don't know, like the moment Twitch is off of vision, that needs to be in everyone's brain that Twitch can be anywhere on the map.
And you can't leave your squishy. When he's that fed, you just can't be playing alone without the knowledge of where he could be because, like we saw on the mid-wave, Varus got instantly killed. And then, again, after Baron had been taken, Arrow Hunter goes to his jungle. There it's warded, and Twitch shows up and kills him, and that just led to the end of the game. So, unfortunately, UWRF wasn't able to take it tonight. But
tomorrow,
on Tuesday, UWRF is going to be playing in the NECC semifinals.
Against Northern Illinois.
Yep, against Northern Illinois. UWRF been on a hot streak so far in the playoffs. Been taking most series 2-0. I believe last week they had a 2-1 series, lost the first game, and then came back and won convincingly in the next 2. So UWRF looking to make it all the way to Grands and take the title. So come by and watch them tomorrow. I'll be casting, hopefully.
I'll probably be around, but probably not casting tomorrow.
But yeah, looking forward to watching them play tomorrow. They were definitely looking pretty good tonight. I think they looked really good in the second game. They just unfortunately made a pretty big mistake at the end, which cost them that. But tomorrow, I'm sure they'll clean it up, and we can look forward to a UWRF dub tomorrow, hopefully. So,
yes.
All right. Well, see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, and that'll be all from us.
Have a good night.
Yep.